I'm aware of the plans of the UN Committee on the Rights of the Child to develop a new optional protocol on education. And I hope that together with many others, we can lobby and campaign for free, accessible, and high quality early childhood education and care for all children. I know that according to the plans, there are limited ambitions to ensure that at least 1 year before school, a kind of preschool year, is accessible for all kids for free. But I guess this is not an ambitious enough plan, because what we know that the first 5 years or 4 years of life, depending on the country, it would be extremely essential to provide services much earlier. We also know that in Europe, for instance, despite of the plans of the European Union on ensuring that at least, according to the Barcelona targets, at least 1/3 of the children are attending daycare or early childhood provisions before the age of 3. And it hasn't been a successful, implementation, sadly, so far. Despite of the lack of achievement, the EU has decided to increase the Barcelona targets from 1/3 to 50% now. But if they are not enabling the countries and there is not enough opportunity for the governments to be convinced that this is the best interest of the children, then it wouldn't happen. So I find it extremely important for the next decade to be much more conscious about the developmental needs of the children, but also the needs of the parents or the caretakers, understanding that child development needs are not very well known by many adults around children, so it should be increased for sure. And also providing community-based opportunities, especially in those settlements where early childhood education and care is still not accessible or very expensive, like toy libraries, parent-child clubs, or much more awareness about the developmental needs of young children, because this is not very well known. There are still a lot of misunderstandings or myths about the reflections, for instance, to the needs of children, like very young babies. What I find very absurd, so to say, that while all the countries are craving for more or higher birth rates, at the same time, those children who were already born are not in the focus of the attention. So instead of prioritizing higher birth rate, I would prioritize the well-being of the already existing children, so to say, and paying much more attention on their welfare and well-being.